Hey, it's Kyle from Game Domain, and welcome to Top 10 Things Gamers Hate. Everybody hates some things, but here's 10 things gamers hate, especially when they're playing a game. Number 10. A ton of DLC. I know DLC usually makes the base game better, but think about it. You bought that $60 game, and now you have to spend another $60 for add-ons. Now, a couple of DLC packs that maybe come to $15 aren't a big deal, but paying double for a game just so you can get that design for your weapon, so random online gamers can see that you take the game seriously. Number 9. Landline calls. Chances are you have your cell phone next to you when you're playing a game, so it's easier to answer if someone calls. What about that landline phone that's downstairs that you never used but haven't disconnected yet? Who doesn't hate it when they have to go downstairs in the middle of an online game just to see who it is, when chances are it's just a telemarketer you keep telling to stop calling you? But hey, it could be something important, so you end up checking the phone anyway. Number 8. Not being able to get a game on launch day. This issue isn't as big anymore since you can now buy games digitally, but what if you already used 30 gigabytes on your console storage, and you don't want to use a flash drive because you tend to lose them, and you would therefore lose the game? And what if you forgot to reserve a game, and at 4 o'clock p.m., you remember that you forgot to reserve the game? And at 4 o'clock p.m., you remember that you forgot to reserve the game. And when you get to GameStop, the person working there says the last copy was sold right before you arrived. This can be incredibly annoying for gamers who like having hard copies of their games. Number 7. Your controller runs out of battery in the middle of an online game. You're trying to get revenge on someone because he kept camping at the spawn point so he can easily kill you. Then, when you finally get in position for a headshot, your controller runs out of battery. Then you find the batteries, you get kicked for being AFK. That's one of those moments when you're like, I would have got the kill, but it's my battery's fault. Then you send the player you were about to kill and tell him that you would have killed him, but it's your controller's fault. Then he messages back and says, my uncle works for Microsoft and he's going to ban you. Of course, this isn't as annoying for Xbox gamers because you can just plug your controller into the console and have your controller charged while you play. Number 6. Buying a new console, then the new one comes out a month later. There's plenty of people who have to save up for a while to get a new console, but then when they buy it, the new one comes out a month later. Then when they try to return it, they only get $50 at the most. This one doesn't need much explaining. Point is, it's hated. Number 5. Camping. Camping has gotten so bad that it's even in 2D games like Smash Bros. And with Smash Bros, we use 8-player Smash. Ledge camping is just a way to avoid getting attacked from both sides. And in shooters, some people may find the highest point of the map and just try to snipe everyone. There's nothing wrong with staying there for 30 seconds, but staying there the entire game. It's 2016. Shouldn't there be something where players can't stay in the same area for a certain amount of time? Number 4. Yearly entries in series. Franchises like Assassin's Creed and Call of Duty have yearly releases. Games like Fallout and Grand Theft Auto usually don't have another entry for 5 or 6 years. This gives the developer more time to come up with ideas and have more innovation in their games, so they can have design and have many different modes and features. Yearly releases usually are very buggy, have limited modes and features, and aren't very detailed, and there's nothing new. Is that the case for all yearly franchises? No, Assassin's Creed is very detailed, but is very buggy. That's why yearly franchises usually have to make sacrifices with its content. GTA 5 took a very long time to be made, so it has one of the best online modes in gaming, few glitches, many different activities, and is one of the most detailed open-world games available at this time. Also, just give us time to enjoy a few years of playing a game instead of just waiting for the next game the next year. Number 3. Online modders. A lot of you probably expected this to be on the list. Some modders might just add some useless details to the game. Some might even try to help people and not hurt anyone else. But some modders try to completely exploit the game by taking in game money and weapons. GTA 5 has some of the worst exploitation mods, such as the previously listed stealing weapons and money, destroying vehicles, transporting players, and more. Number 2. Lag. Everyone hates lag. The console gamers mostly only get 30 frames per second for most games, but the PC gamers who have great PCs can usually get 60 frames per second. Doesn't mean there won't be lag. Lag is especially annoying in racing games, because really, you don't have a chance to win if your game is lagging if you're racing people who aren't lagging. And if you're about to get a kill in a shooter, then it lags. And that's just really annoying. There's only one thing gamers hate more. Okay, here's the number 1 most hated thing that gamers hate. AFK players. Some online games, it couldn't matter less if someone was AFK. Like if someone is just being AFK in GTA Online and they're just in their apartment. But in shooters, especially when it is 6-on-6 or less, one person being AFK could affect a team winning or losing. In games where you do online missions with only a couple of people, someone being AFK will mean you can't finish that mission, thus giving players less XP, less things to show people on YouTube, and overall, just annoyance. So that's it for this video. If you like this video, remember to smash that like button. And if you agree with this list or didn't agree, let's talk about this list in the comments. Got an idea for a future video?